The message came at 2:11 a.m., buzzing against the metal table I used as a break desk in the warehouse. A single line. A single laugh. "You'll die broke and forgotten." The smiley face felt surgical, precise, something she carved into the moment just to twist it deeper. I stared at the screen while the fluorescent lights flickered above me, humming like a dying heartbeat. My hands smelled of cardboard dust and winter air. Night shift was quiet, too quiet, leaving too much room for thoughts that never asked permission to enter. She had taken everything: the house, the savings, the account I built, the reputation she burned. All because she knew I wouldn't fight back. Not then, not while I was still bleeding from the truth I didn't fully understand. But her message, it didn't sting. It confirmed something. A pattern, a tone, a cruelty I'd felt long before she filed the papers. My phone vibrated again, this time not from her. A name I hadn't seen in 15 years lit my screen. Samir, my former business partner. His call shouldn't have come at any hour, especially not tonight. We hadn't spoken since the company we built was stolen from us by investors who smiled while cutting us open. I answered. Silence, then a breath. "Are you alone?" he asked. His voice sounded older, heavier, like he'd been carrying a truth for longer than anyone should. Something inside me tightened. "Yes," I whispered. "Good," he said, "because you need to hear this now." The warehouse felt colder, the air thinner, the ground suddenly unsteady beneath me, and for the first time in months, I knew. Something was coming. Something that would rearrange everything I thought I'd lost. The truth began long before the divorce papers. Looking back, I see it now. The small fractures, the unfinished sentences, the half-smiles she used as smokescreens. I ignored them, convinced marriage was supposed to feel like a slow negotiation between comfort and chaos. But the chaos grew teeth. It started with her late nights, then her muted calls, then her sudden interest in privacy after 7 years of sharing everything. She'd angle her phone away from me, lock the bathroom door, take calls on the balcony in winter cold she used to hate. When I asked, she'd laugh. "Relax, you're imagining things." And I believed her, because it was easier than confronting the truth. Then the fantasy cracked. One morning I woke early, earlier than she expected. Her phone buzzed. She didn't hear it, I did. A name I didn't recognize, a message I didn't want to understand. Last night was perfect. Same time tonight? I read it twice, then a third time. Her betrayal was quiet, not dramatic, not explosive, just deliberate, efficient, like she'd planned it. And somehow, she still made me feel like the unstable one, the paranoid one, the weak one. When she filed for divorce, she didn't look sad. She looked free, like she'd been waiting for this moment to step out of the role she pretended to play. And when the settlement drained me, every last cent, I realized something unsettling. She didn't just want to leave, she wanted to ensure I never recovered. But I stayed silent, stayed calm, stayed calculating, because rage burns fast, but silence sharpens. I started investigating, not her infidelity, that was already obvious. I investigated her motive. Why the sudden push to destroy me? Why the rush to take everything? Why the venom after she'd already won? The answer came slowly, piece by piece. Phone logs, bank transfers, archived emails she didn't know I still had access to, conversations she had with people she thought I'd never meet. And one name kept appearing. One man. He wasn't new. He was old. Very old. Her ex. The one she swore she had blocked. The one she said was a past mistake. He wasn't past. He wasn't blocked. He wasn't gone. He was the reason she wanted the house. He was the reason she changed the locks the same day I moved out. He was the reason she drained the accounts. She wasn't building a new life, she was rebuilding an old one. And she needed my resources to do it. I observed quietly, coldly, from the outside. Let her believe I was broken. Let her believe I was defeated. Let her believe her message, "You'll die broke and forgotten," was prophecy. Because something else was forming beneath the surface. A shift, a correction, a truth she didn't know existed. And it was coming closer. Samir's voice trembled on the phone. "Remember the software we built? The one the investors stole?" My chest tightened. "Yes." "They never sold it," he said. "They shelved it. But another company found it while buying out their assets, and they want it." I swallowed. "How much?" "Enough." A pause. Then his words hit like a sledgehammer. "Your 40%, the share we secretly protected in trust, is worth $4.7 million." The warehouse went silent. My heart didn't race. It slowed. Everything inside me aligned. Cold, steady, controlled. Samir exhaled. "I've already initiated the transfer. By morning, you won't be broke anymore." I didn't smile, didn't speak, because I knew what this meant. Her victory was temporary, her cruelty premature, her future very fragile. I didn't call her. I didn't argue. I simply sent one document to her phone. A screenshot from my trust account. Balance, $4,700,000. No caption. No explanation. No gloating. Just truth. 3 minutes later she called. I let it ring. Once, twice, then I answered. Her breathing was frantic, unstable, so unlike the woman who told me I'd die broke. What is this?" she whispered. I kept my tone flat, neutral, almost bored. "A correction." She choked on air. "Where did you get? You didn't have. You can't." "Good night," I said, and I hung up. Control restored, balance reset, truth delivered without raising my voice. I stepped outside the warehouse during the last hour of shift. The night felt different, not warmer, not kinder, just quieter, empty in a way that made sense. Her world would crumble slowly, confusion first, then panic, then the realization that she bet on the wrong future. But I wouldn't be there to watch. Some victories don't require witnesses. Some truths don't need to be spoken twice. And some endings feel like exhaling after years of holding breath. I walked back inside, finished my shift, and clocked out. Tomorrow, everything would change. But tonight, one thought settled in my mind with the weight of absolute clarity. She didn't break me. She revealed me.